What is up, everybody? It is Wednesday, April 22nd, episode number 51, and welcome to Frameloss. What is Frameloss? We are your weekly video game talk show that covers everything that matters in the gaming industry that's important to us, because everything that matters to us is all that's important.
What's important to us is what's important to you.
Yeah. I am your host, 2 Inches. With me on my left is From CJ. Say hello.
What's up, everybody? My name is Chad Muska, and I am suddenly relevant again.
Ooh, I actually like this one. Okay. Kudos to you. On the other side, we have, other than the man whose name tag is finally fixed,
Woo!
Dr. Monkey.
Yo.
Say hello.
Yo.
You might be Yeah, you kind of screwed up my little
Thanks a
intro
lot,
there.
jerk.
You screwed me up.
Guess who's not getting a name tag?
Yeah, guess whose name tag's back to Donnie. You might be noticing that our layout is a little changed, and we're trying things out. Tonight we have a review of Mortal Kombat X on the PS4.
I like that we made sure to have a new background for episode 51.
Not 50.
Not 50.
Well, 50 was the end of the season. Now.
Oh, is this official season 2 Frameloss?
Yeah, this is official.
All right.
Damn it, I said that.
So this is episode 1 now.
Tonight, review of Mortal Kombat X on the PS4. We're going to talk some Star Wars with you guys. And then we also have a couple of nice trailers for you. We'll get into that. But the main question everybody cares about, what have you been playing from CJ?
This week, I haven't been playing too much. Did I talk about getting my PS3 last week? Did I talk about that at all?
No.
Yeah. No.
I don't think you did.
Okay, I don't know when I don't know when it happened. I got a PS3 again. For the quick backstory, I sold my PS3 in the first place to get the PS4 because GameStop was having a deal where I ended up getting like $170 for trading it in. I then turned around and went out and bought a PS3 for $150. So I made $20 on the deal.
Yeah, it's not shabby at all.
Yeah, I made sure to get the 60 gig PS3 with the 4 USBs, so it plays PS2 games. Since then, I've immediately started playing PS3 games. I have been doing Shadow of the Colossus a little bit. I've also been playing some Shin Megami Tensei Persona 3
It's a good choice.
FES.
Fairly nice.
It's pretty fun. I've only died once, so that's cool. I also did a little bit, not a ton of Bloodborne. I did a little bit of Bloodborne over the weekend. I died.
You've been chiseling away at it.
It's slow and steady is what they say.
Yeah.
And then if I look at this, I did Life is Strange, of course. And I did a little.
Played that yesterday. Don't talk about Life is Strange yet, because I haven't done episode 2 yet.
Oh man, okay.
I'm gonna do episode 2 this weekend to catch up, so we can talk about it next week.
Cool. Okay. The whole thing is, this isn't really spoilers or anything, but I'm really into the game because it's like Wes Anderson meets David Lynch.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good combo.
It's a really good game. I'm gonna jump into episode 2 this week because I think early May is episode 3.
Oh, so, it's May 5th. Someone in the chat says May 5th.
Yeah, so I gotta catch up.
And also, over the weekend, I was working on a Let's Play, an undisclosed Let's Play that will hopefully be coming in the future and is tied to... It's an incentive. It's to get you people hooked. So...
I have another thing I want to announce at the end of the show. Similar to what you just said, but we'll wait. We'll tease him for now.
Ooh. Yeah, that's called a big market tease right there, you guys.
Yeah.
Great, delicious.
Get him with that hook.
Dr. Monkey, what have you been playing?
Mega Man X2 is about the only game I've played since last show. I played it on the stream on Monday night. Played through it a bit. I've been actually resisting playing it more because I want to kind of, continue it next week.
Yeah.
So
it's super hard to only play games like.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. But that's all I played. I tried to play Mega Man X, but the thing I downloaded just didn't work.
That's always nice.
And hopefully for next week I'll fix my streamer, figure it out so it can fit the full screen, because for once my stream wasn't choppy, it wasn't freezing at all. It was perfect, except it was in one corner. And it was
no!
There's always something.
We solved that from CJ's stream. I remember you having that issue.
Of it being in the corner?
Yeah, of it being like it didn't fit the window size, and we solved it.
Oh, you gotta, gotta.
We won't go over it right now. But we know how to fix it.
I'll explain to everyone.
Okay.
So yeah, What have you been playing, 2 inches?
I've been playing a lot of Mortal Kombat, way more than I thought I would. Not to give any leaks on
Good.
my
Wink.
opinion,
Well,
but I have been playing.
did.
I have been playing a good amount of Mortal Kombat. I've been playing some more MLB, and then that's pretty much it.
Man, see, I always forget those games I play like daily for a little bit. I also I played MLB. I played obviously League. I always forget to mention those games because they don't they're fun, but they
Yeah.
are not like games to me because it's just part of my daily life at this point.
Yeah, a lot of my gaming went to Mortal Kombat, mostly for the review, but we'll get into that when we get to that. So
More like a
get into that when we get to that.
Wink.
That's my new catchphrase.
Get the T-shirts now.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea.
So let's jump right into releases of the week. We had a pretty dull week so far, but we have some cool stuff coming out next week.
Well, so this week we had nothing.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what pretty
And
dull
then-
is.
And then I would say next week is a dull week. This was just empty.
No, well, compared to this, it's like fantastic.
Yeah.
So first up, we have Omega Quintet, which is a JRPG made by Idea Factory on the PS4. I'll read the description real quick. In a world on the verge of destruction, singing might be their only hope. Humanity's only hope rests in the music of the singing idols. Wielding weapons of sound, they must fight evil and restore the world.
This actually sounds hilarious.
So make sure to not be able to find that game anywhere because no one wants it.
Graphically, the game doesn't look that great. I wanna rent it somewhere just to see like how it plays.
If only there was a way to get games from GameStop.
But
It's impossible.
yeah.
Just gotta go ahead and throw this link into the chat here.
Oh, I don't know. But I do want to try it, but I definitely that's not a purchase for me.
Add to cart.
I would agree with that.
It doesn't. It looks like a very rushed JRPG.
Not a purchase for me either.
Yeah.
Hard to believe, I know.
Add
Also,
to cart.
Tropico 5 comes out on the PS4. It's been out on 360. It's been out on the PC for a little while. It has also been out on the 360 for a little while, but it is not coming to the Xbox One for some reason.
Yeah, I thought that was really interesting. That both the PS3 and 360 have the game already. It came out last year, and only the PS4 is getting it on the next gen.
Which is a little weird.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I don't really understand it, but
Yeah.
Also, next week, State of Decay Year 1 Survival Edition is going to be on the Xbox One. I have nothing nice to say about that game. I don't think it's bad, per se. I just don't have anything nice to say about it.
I mean, I've heard a lot of people are actually excited about it, but it makes sense because there's what else is on the Xbox right now.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, it's $20, so I can see a bunch of people jumping on it just because they really don't have anything new to play. But other than that, yeah, it's just a upgraded version of the old one.
Sorry, I got distracted. There was a car alarm going off, and I don't know what my new car alarm sounds like, so I was like, is that me? Is that me? Which I don't know why I was listening closer, because the key there is I don't know what it sounds like, so really I should have just immediately gotten up.
Yeah.
But anyway, last out next week, we have the Golf Club Collector's Editions on the PS4 and the Xbox One. Comes with a free golf towel at select retailers.
Yeah. Another interesting thing about this one is I couldn't find anything different between like this golf club and the one that's already available on both systems. So
There has to be a difference.
I couldn't find anything besides the golf towel.
I bet the difference is that it's physical.
Yeah, that's the only difference. But the game's been out for a year on both systems.
Yeah, but now you can get it physical.
Yeah, I guess now you can trade it in.
Yeah, when you're done with it.
That's really all I found that was different. I didn't see a need for this release, really, unless you want a golf towel.
Golf towel.
I mean, it's a free golf towel if you think
Yeah,
about
if
it.
you're into that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Golf towels and
free
everything.
golf towels.
Yeah. Pretty weak lineup next week. We're in a very good gaming drought.
Yeah.
I was going over games that I'm excited about purchasing, and my next title is actually Project Cars, which seems
Ooh, I can't wait.
really weird to say, but May 12th is the next game I'm actually excited for. And then immediately after that is Witcher 3 the next week, so a little bit of a floodgate right there. But I like this drought we're having right now where I can play some of these titles that have been in my backlog.
I did have a note for Golf Club.
What?
It's only $40, $39.99.
Yeah, it's 40. Isn't it 40 on the store though?
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay. Well, so much for that one nice thing I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Never mind. All right. Let's jump.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh.
The collector's edition includes all the game's free updates to date, and for a period of a few weeks will be the gamer's only chance to play all new Seasons mode. After the exclusivity window, the mode will be available as paid DLC.
Oh.
So nothing new.
No, this has the season mode for free.
Yeah.
But the season mode will be free anyway.
No. It's going to cost
DLC.
$10. I just said that.
Oh, okay.
I just said that.
Okay.
Paid DLC.
So, if you don't have the game yet,
Okay.
and you, and you
That's
wanna,
fair.
Yeah. If you don't have it and you want to commit to buying DLC, you can get it for free this way.
Okay. That's
Cool. All right, now jumping straight into news of the week.
News.
Pew! All right, we got more Splatoon news. Nintendo just announced there will be a new Splatoon-themed Wii U console bundle, and it'll launch with the game on May 29th when the game launches. It's the deluxe hardware bundle. It'll come packed with a download code for Splatoon, along with a pre-installed copy of Nintendo Land, which every Nintendo Wii U comes with nowadays. It's a 32 gig model.
Thanks, Nintendo.
Yeah, I mean, if you like mini games, I guess.
Nintendo Land. It's not Wii Sports.
Oh, that's fair. That's very fair. That means you don't get cool tennis. A 32 gig model of the console, and it'll be available exclusively at Best Buy for $300 US.
I'm a little bummed that it's not like a special console. The only special thing about it is the box is like got splats on it.
Yeah, they've only done one special console, and that's been the
Zelda one.
The
Hooty
Zelda.
hoo!
Yeah.
But I'm really bummed at this. Like I was actually excited to see like a paint splattered Wii U, and it's just
That's pretty standard Nintendo, though. Is
you
make a Zelda-only special console, and that's it.
You can make a paint splattered Wii U pretty easy.
Yeah. Just get some paint.
That's easy to do. But
yeah.
I was hoping it would be like neat looking.
Something about the Wii U, I don't know what it is, but just like something about it, all I can think of is those like quote unquote consoles that you like plug directly into your TV. It's like has over 50 games.
I mean that's more than the Wii U has.
Did you guys?
Oh my god! It was so good.
You guys seem to get like prepared to comment.
I do want to end that rant with I want the Wii U to have good games. And Star Fox supposedly is coming this year.
Yeah.
We'll know more at E3.
I couldn't be more into the idea of the Wii U having more games. Like my Wii U, the game I'm most hyped to play on it is Kyle's copy of Bayonetta, and I don't even really want to play it.
Yeah.
No, I'm sad too, and again, I'd blame third-party developers on this one.
When the reason to buy a Wii U is a GameCube game, like, ugh.
Yeah.
Doing bad.
Ouch.
So, I don't want to start any like riots or anything. I don't want to tell tales out of school, but Star Wars Battlefront does not care about single players.
Nope.
I don't either.
So,
I'm with them on this one.
Star Wars Battlefront will not have a single player or narrative campaign, DICE revealed. As opposed to the traditional solo outing, Battlefront's going to have short like missions that can be played alone or co-op via split screen or online. So he's the general manager of DICE, Patrick Bach, said, I would say they, meaning the missions, occupy the space where you play alone, or you can play co-op, split screen, or on the internet. So the game is first and foremost a multiplayer game. Battlefront was a multiplayer game. That's the game we wanted to create to recreate the battles of the original trilogy. So for some reason, the fact that like battles have multiple people means you have to be multiplayer only. Recreate
The battles of the original trilogy, but take out some of the main battles that are in there.
Yeah.
So I'm the only one on this side of the fence on the show, I guess. But I'm all for not making the single player so they can make the multiplayer better. Like if they put all their resources into multiplayer.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to make the multiplayer better. So for most games, I can see at least like some aspect to that. The multiplayer in this game versus single player is just bots. It's just AI. If you have a single player,
what is it? So what does it matter if it's missing?
No, because I like a campaign. I like my games to have a narrative story of some form.
Yeah, but if it's just the multiplayer with bots, like why does that matter?
Because it's a narrative. I like having a narrative I can follow
Yeah,
through
I
a game.
guess. Yeah,
The idea of seeing all the Star Wars battles through the eyes of like either some like schlup stormtrooper or some rebel Johnny what's his face, like that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for multiplayer
This-
only games.
You're
so-
down at the end of the hall and you're like, what's happening
This
there?
isn't
And
the
then like two
news.
people run away and you're
Yeah.
like, hey, I don't know, I missed it.
This
It's
isn't
exciting.
this isn't the part of this game that disappoints me though. This I'm kind of with 2 inches. I'm like in the middle of you two. I liked the single player, but truthfully, I played the multiplayer a lot more.
I'm gonna spoil some things. Well, I think I already spoiled this for you guys. I forgot that the other two even had single player because I literally have never played it.
So
I've only played the multiplayer. I land the hell out of that game.
because this is DICE/EA, I know for a fact this is going to be a $60 game.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
If
it's
it was-
100% a $60 game.
If it was like 40 or 50 bucks, I would be way into it.
Yeah,
I just
we'll see.
I want to say what I'm disappointed about this game, but it's in our news, so I don't want to like jump ahead.
Well, let's just cover some of these
Yeah.
because they also released a bunch of like little tidbits of information.
Yeah.
But I feel like they've announced more things that aren't in the game than are in the game.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
So split screen on console, offline modes, we covered that. Co-op
Yeah.
missions, we covered that. Bots are available in certain modes. That sounds weird to me. I would think they'd be.
It's gonna be the missions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The game will focus on the original trilogy and not the prequel era.
It's fine.
I'm completely okay with that because I don't like the prequels.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's upset about that one.
But the
I'm not
prequels,
upset, but yeah.
the prequels are coming, in the first DLC.
Okay.
So
So I guess a lot of people are upset about it because they like playing
Whoa.
as those
that's
factions.
that's
like-
not. Pause. Rewind. Battle of Jakku is not prequel.
It's sequel.
It
The
took
new
place
one.
after the Battle of Endor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Spreading all this misinformation.
Okay. Well, okay. So a lot of people. Well, okay. Well, that's that. A lot of people are upset though that the prequel stuff isn't in it because they liked playing as those factions. Like,
Yeah, but
with
the game's not rated E for everyone, so
Yeah.
That's true. I did like those factions because truthfully, I like the Clone Wars. I like all the lore and stuff there, and the different like battles and all that. I find the battles in the other movies boring. Not the story themselves, but the conflicts.
wasn't. I feel like the first two games were both prequels.
Yeah.
The Star Wars Battlefront games.
Well, the second game, the story was prequel, but you could play in multiplayer prequel or regular.
Okay, but Battlefront 2, that was all
what I'm
prequel.
No,
Yeah.
no, Battlefront 2 is what I'm talking about. Battlefront
Right.
2
So what
was-
about Battlefront? Was that
I don't know. I
Okay.
didn't play Battlefront.
I don't remember.
okay?
So the game focuses on surface warfare. We've already discussed that.
That's the thing that
space
bugs me.
fights.
No space fights.
That's what disappoints me. Like when you're like, oh, just all multiplayer. I was like, you know what? I'm fine with that. I played this more multiplayer. I just hope they'll make the space battles great. And both of you like looked at me like, bad news.
The
And
game.
I was just so disappointed.
Yeah, I actually didn't think that was what you were talking about. I thought it was coming up.
No, that's space battles were my favorite part of that game.
The-
I loved the space battles the most.
The one coming up a little bit further down is what I'm disappointed with. But real quick, the game uses a buddy system similar to Battlefield, where you can spawn on people in your squad and stuff like that. But they're calling it a buddy system from what it sounds like, which is weird. The big one that disappoints me, no instant action. That was a huge part of Battlefront, and I don't understand why it's missing. They haven't really said what's replacing it because they haven't detailed what the missions actually mean. So
Yeah.
that's just a big red flag for me with no instant action. For those who don't know what instant action is, instant action was where you'd be like, okay, I want to run like assault on Hoth, like right now and just jump into that game mode. Like they said, like that's out. You can't do that. Like you have to play the missions that they give you, from what it sounds at least, until we get more information. And that's a big one to me because like maybe I don't want to play their playlist. Maybe I want to just jump right into what I want to play.
They don't care about you.
Yeah, I know. They don't. Less destruction than Battlefield 4. It's not too shocking because Battlefront isn't really known for having a lot of destruction. But it would be nice because like AT-ATs aren't like the subtlest of walkers. They don't just be like, oh, let me daintily step in between these trees without knocking them over.
Yeah, it's on the same engine as Battlefield.
Yeah,
so I don't know why.
That's why. Yeah, it's on the same engine.
I don't know why I can't just be like, yeah, you know.
They said there is some destruction, but we don't know how much. Again, this is all speculation because they're not telling us a lot. I would like to see an X-Wing hit a building and see like a big chunk of that building come off where the X-Wing hit it.
Dude, that's messed up.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude, people lived in that building.
That's fucked.
People lived
There
in
was
the
a
X-Wing.
family there. You're disgusting.
And that's, for the most part, that's pretty much all we know about the game.
Yeah.
It has a release date of November 17th, which they've hard locked themselves in. So
yeah,
that's
we'll
not
see about that.
That's not that far away for what little information we have about this game.
They're gonna delay.
They better drop some serious knowledge on us at E3. Because right now we know very little about what's going to actually be going on in this game.
We haven't seen any of the gameplay.
Yeah, we haven't even seen... And they already have DLC planned, because Jakku comes out December 1st. So they've already dated that stuff, too, so... I'm hoping.
Yeah.
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 Another game that... this was actually teased today.
I can't believe this game is happening.
I
can't believe... I'm shocked.
Have you
I'm not
played,
mad. I'm
have
just
you played
like,
them?
Yeah.
Donnie,
I'm just shocked that it's happening.
I did not.
So what CJ's shocked about is Overlord 3, more information was teased today. So a month ago, Codemasters released like just this like really brief like kind of tease that like maybe this is coming. Today we got a trailer which I'm not going to show you. If you want to see the trailer, it'll be up on our website probably tonight. CJ, this one's on you.
Yeah, it'll be up tonight. It'll be up tonight.
Okay. The trailer will be on our site tonight at frameloss.com, so you can check that
I'll get it up after the show. Give me like 5 minutes, it'll be up there.
Cool. So they released
Frameloss.com.
They released a teaser that's called Previously on Overlord, where it sums up the first two games. Donnie, it's really good. You should check it out to get you like ready for it. You should actually play Overlord. It's really fun.
Oh, okay.
So it does a Previously on Overlord. It gives you a sum up of the first two games, and then it like very quickly at the end talks about Overlord 3. By splashing up the, it says like, become the Overlord, and then it's like, oh wait, the 4 Overlords, and then they show this picture very briefly, showing that there's actually 4 Overlords in this game, which who knows what the hell that means. And then, even more cryptic after that, is they showed a top-down gameplay style that looked like it was 4-player co-op.
Interesting.
Which is very different from how the other two games worked.
It's like Gauntlet.
Donnie, if you didn't know, and for the users, Overlord was like, kind of like Pikmin, but you were a asshole.
God,
instead of like trying to like be like helpful.
So black and white?
Yeah, like so you were the Overlord, and like you didn't do anything. You just kind of walked, and your like right thumbstick was like camera. And then your left thumbstick was like all your minions that you commanded. I'll take this image down. And what you would do is you would just like kind of sweep your minions in areas, and they would just go and just demolish shit. Like they would just run up to peasants and just start like beating them with pumpkins and stuff. And it was really fun. It's a really funny game.
I'm with Donnie. This is gonna be Gauntlet.
Do you think so? I hope it's not. I hope it's...
I mean, I'm just looking at the characters, and I can literally see Wizard, Ranger, Warrior, Thief.
Yeah, so, well, I mean, the big tall guy is the, like, he's the actual, like, he's the original Overlord. Yeah. I don't know what these other 3 Jamokes are.
He's Paul.
Well, that one's a dwarf. Paul. That one's a dwarf warrior.
Yeah.
The one right to the left of him is probably like a human, like, thief. And then the guy on the left is an elf mage. So.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll get more information in the coming weeks, and hopefully a lot more at E3. But I hope it plays like I hope the top-down thing is like a new mode they're offering, and the main game plays more like the other ones, because I really enjoyed this series.
I liked Overlord. It was probably 3rd Xbox game I played, the Xbox 360. It was dope. So I'm really into the idea of this coming back.
Yeah, it was a very like unique game, because it was just like you just literally just like go minions, and they would just like it had a humor and attitude about it that like a lot of games don't have. Like I really liked it.
Moving on. So Shovel Knight is coming out for Xbox One sooner than we expected. Out of nowhere on Monday night, Major Nelson decreed on Twitter that Shovel Knight would be dropping next week on the Xbox One.
Sounds like someone went a little crazy on Monday.
Yeah, but of course that was after his tweet saying that it would be out this week, so he changed it like right away. Went definitely crazy on Monday. He had a case of the Mondays, I'm guessing.
Dude, like, imagine if we just released Shovel Knight
right now.
That would be crazy.
Wait, dude.
I hate how I wrote that joke and you just said it anyway.
Yep. Wait, dude.
People
Wait.
Freak out.
Wait. Next week, dude. Next week. It'll be better. The suspense, dude.
Dude, I'm watching myself on the Xbox. It's freaking me out.
I hate this.
And so anyway, while PlayStation owners will get to fight Kratos, Yacht Club Games has something special for Xbox owners, and it's the infamous band of Battletoads, and they'll be making their appearance on the Microsoft version. Which, by the way,
is
that
that
doesn't
like
make
the
much sense to me.
Wait, why doesn't it make any sense?
Well, Kratos was like God of War is a Sony game, like only on the PlayStation consoles, correct?
Yeah.
Well, they're not going to do.
Sense.
They're not going to do Mr.
Battletoads.
Chief, so.
Yeah, Mr. Chief.
Well, because Microsoft owns Rare, and
right.
And I'm still at 100% that a new Battletoads will be announced at E3 this year. I feel like this is the tipping point. Like this is
dude, dude, that would be rad. Dude, imagine if like Battletoads, but now.
Imagine if like you could take the Battletoads, but like make them 3D.
God damn it.
Whoa.
And make it even harder. Dude, if new Battletoads is as impossible as old Battletoads.
Yeah, it's just gonna be Dark Souls.
Battle Souls.
Oh my god.
So next week, pick up
Toads.
Shovel Knight for Xbox One and fight some toads.
But do it responsibly.
Yeah, responsibly fight toads.
God damn it.
Okay, so super duper exciting news out of Harmonix. Rock Band 4 is going to be co-published by Mad Catz. So in addition to making the instrument peripherals for Rock Band 4, which they also made them for 1, 2, and 3, and basically sold me on Mad Catz actually being a reliable company to buy peripherals from.
Yeah.
Mad Catz has announced that it'll be working with Harmonix to help publish the upcoming music rhythm game. Co-publishing the game allows us to work closer than ever before with Harmonix, delivering a seamless experience from game through hardware and ensuring that we focus on the needs of the gamers first and foremost. That was a statement from Alex Berry, who's global PR at Mad Catz, so obviously it was super like vague wording and all that fun stuff. But she also teased, I don't know if it's boy or girl. Oh no, that person also teased that those eager for an early look at Rock Band 4 should keep a close watch this June.
We're excited to E3.
Yeah. We're excited to be working closely with Harmonix, and I can promise you that as soon as you see the game for yourselves, you'll also be as excited as we are now. Roll on E3.
Yeah.
So I am hype.
Yeah, co-publishing is pretty big.
I didn't realize Mad Catz did all the peripherals for the other Rock Band, for like the first 3 Rock Bands.
Yeah.
Because I only remember them in the GameCube and original Xbox era, where the stuff they made was not
garbage.
So Donnie,
garbage.
Mad Catz had a like super overhaul in like company like restructuring, somewhere around like 2007 ish.
They stopped using recycled plastic bags to make their controllers.
It was like early 2007.
Yeah, and what really brought them out of the funk was the arcade sticks for Street Fighter. They were just so top quality that they revitalized that entire like fighting game community to where people could like afford sticks that were high quality, and even like they were high quality and they were super customizable. You could open them up and you could part all of them out. So even if your button went, you could buy like just a normal Sanwa button, pop it in. Like they were super user friendly, and that's what put Mad Catz like up there. And now they're just making like quality shit like all the time.
I had this like hyper cool. It was a Rock Band like bass. It was designed as like a bass guitar made by Mad Catz. It had split strumming, so you could be like boo doo 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 like a real bassist.
Oh God.
The neck was bigger. It was like too sweet. I'm gonna put a link to it just because I want to show it off while I talk about Mad Catz.
Okay.
So that's that. I never had any issues with my stuff going. I had a Guitar Hero controller go once, which I don't know who made those, but my Rock Band stuff, I lied. I guess I had a spring go in the whammy bar, and I got to open it up and fix it all by myself because, like Kyle said, that's like their sole purpose is they want to open those things up and let people do stuff to them. So.
Oh wow. Yeah, no, that's better than the days of the clear plastic neon.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
I was full hate of all third-party peripherals back in the day.
Mad Catz was the reason I hated third-party peripherals.
Actually, I take that back. I want to say it was Mad Catz who made it, but the mini GameCube controllers, like the super small ones.
What? Mini GameCube.
Yeah, those controllers.
Mini GameCube classic controller.
Those controllers were so sick for playing fighting games on the GameCube.
I hated those controllers.
I loved them, and they were made really well.
I hated them.
Don't know if that was.
Those were what I was imagining when I was talking about things I hated.
Are they the ones that look like N64
No.
controllers? I don't know what these mini ones are. I can't find any pictures.
I'll look it up in a second after I do the next news article.
Okay.
But they're really dope.
You just liked them because they had a turbo button.
No. They were just they fit my hands so much better.
Okay, I see. They didn't have like that gap between.
Yeah.
Okay.
For fighting games, it made it so much more comfortable.
Yeah.
Like you could rock Def Jam on that thing like nobody's business.
Def Jam.
So real quick, Tony Hawk. I think we talked about this on the show before, where the caterer for the Tony Hawk 5 like in-house announcement.
Yeah.
Leaked a photo of him like showing off
selfie snap.
Yeah, like a selfie of showing off how good his catering looked with a giant Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5 like in the background. I'm guaranteed he got fired and his business like is no longer catering anything important.
Yeah.
Maybe like Roger's bar mitzvah. That's about it.
Dude, what if he leaks what they revealed at Roger's bar mitzvah?
Yeah, I mean, Roger's gonna be pissed.
Inside info: Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu. That's from the.
But
Torah.
Tony Hawk is a nice, funny man, and he released this video, which I'm just gonna put up, of one of the skaters, Rob Wooton, in a very similar character customization kind of setup that you would expect from Tony Hawk. And he said on Instagram, "I'm sharing this now in honor of our next game having been accidentally leaked recently. Tony Hawk fans will rejoice. Details soon, i.e. E3."
I love it. I love the video. It's so
Dude,
good.
I like this because I'm liking all the boards spinning and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does a really good job.
Tony Hawk games are why I wanted to learn to skateboard my entire middle school, high school career. It's like I want to be...
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't even like I didn't follow skateboarding. I didn't know any of their names. I didn't know the pros, but I knew the Tony Hawk games, and I wanted to do that stuff. I wanted to grind on like a power line 100 feet in the air. You could do it in Tony Hawk.
That's more like that's Tony Hawk like thug. That was like they went crazy with that.
I'm hoping this is more. This is more like Tony Hawk 2. Like this is what
Tony Hawk 2 was the pinnacle as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I did.
I'm hoping it goes back to that. In other news, I really hope Skate comes back.
No, Kyle.
God, Skate's so
Skate
good.
was popular, though.
I mean, it was fun, but, like, let's not inundate the market. Same thing with Rock Band. It's like, oh, like, here's a cool thing that's coming back. Look for the 3 copycats to show up at the same exact time.
Slow down.
Yeah.
I would rather Skate than Tony Hawk.
Whoa.
100%.
Yeah, but, I mean, they didn't invent it, so...
Yeah.
Tony Hawk invented skateboarding.
Yeah. I mean, that's partially true, but...
Okay.
Just like Skrillex invented dubstep.
Let's move on real quick because we got to get to our review.
Oh, sorry. So, Total War came out with a pretty exciting, to some people, exciting to me certainly.
I'm excited. And I don't like Total War.
Yeah, it's. I would say it's a. They came out with some news today that is a clear shift from what you would expect from the series, and at the same time makes a ton of sense. So, if you want to start throwing the trailer up,
yeah,
I'll talk about it.
It's already played.
Oh, perfect. So, Total War Warhammer was announced. It's going to take the award-winning PC strategy game to the realm of epic high fantasy for the first time. So this is going to be a Total War game with like magic and orcs and dragons
and Space Marines.
Yeah, it's
Space Marines.
Wait, are they doing Warhammer 30K or 20K or whatever?
They
The one with
haven't.
Space
They
Marines.
haven't said.
They haven't said if they're going to have both or just regular Warhammer.
Okay.
But I am super hype on this game. I cannot wait to play it. Total War is like such an in-depth for our longtime viewers. They probably know, but for people who don't watch the show too often, I really love like super in-depth games that I couldn't possibly begin to even like fathom, let alone be good at. And Total War is one of those by far. So I have like all the games in the series.
I'm not a huge Total War fan, but I love Warhammer, and this is enough to get me to be like, okay, well, I'll give this one a fair shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a blast. I just love watching like the dwarves wreck shit. Like
Yeah, and this trailer, like I'm gonna
that
cut
necromancer flying on the dragon is sweet.
I'm gonna stop the trailer.
Do you think they'll have a mode where all the races just gather and they play football?
Yeah.
No, it's a different game. That's a different game they're coming out with for some reason.
If you want to check,
Dude, Blood Bowl's the best.
if you want to check out the full trailer, look it up. I don't have it.
If you want to check out the full trailer, fuck off.
It's pretty long, and we got to get to the review. So I didn't want to like spend the whole time in like let's just watch it.
I don't have time to hold your goddamn hands. All right, use the internet for once.
We're here to like push you in the right direction. Get the fuck out.
Right through the door.
Okay. So you're pumped about it?
I'm super hyped. I am
Okay.
definitely. It's a day one purchase for me.
Okay.
Total War has also never let me down in terms of like being a day one purchase. They don't have release like shitty games.
Okay. Donnie.
Okay, I didn't know if we're jumping over it. Just
We're
Heroes of the
pumping
Storm
through.
now has an official release date, and it officially launches on June 2nd, following an open beta testing period that begins on May 19th for anyone who hasn't already been playing it, which is pretty much everyone I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got an official launch date finally. So for those who weren't in the whatever testing mode they're in currently,
They're in
This
alpha,
is
so-
closed beta.
Oh, they're in
Closed
closed beta
beta.
now.
Yeah.
I don't know where I've been in it. Since
I don't know. I've been in it
last
since the
May.
beginning, and I've yet to play it.
Yeah. This is closed beta.
I was in like the closed alpha, and I was just like, yeah. But yeah,
It's fun. I like it.
Yeah, I
testing
like it a
period
lot.
begins on May 19th for the open beta, and then you can pick it up June 2nd. So do that if you want, I guess.
Yeah. I'm not telling you what to do.
I expect Biohazard to be in this game in the beta. We should do a Frameloss
Yeah.
beta play with Biohazard and make
I agree.
and make them play a MOBA with us.
We should do fives. Yeah.
Yeah.
You, me, Donnie, Biohazard, and some other schmuck.
Yeah.
Maybe Monique.
So moving on real quick, I just have a little bit of news. Metal Gear Online they've kind of detailed a little bit of it. So the Phantom Pain multiplayer component of Metal Gear Online, it's going to support up to 16 players on PS4, PC, and Xbox One, and 12 players on the old gen systems. It's not a ton of news coming out, but 16 players I feel is like a good 8v8 feels really good in Metal Gear. I'm pretty sure that's what Metal Gear Online, the original one for 4, was. So I'm good with that number.
Will it have guns?
Yeah, it'll have
Okay.
those.
All right.
Yeah. Guns.
No one had confirmed that yet. So
Okay.
I just
Well,
wanted to
I
be sure.
confirmed.
Guns confirmed.
And then finally, in our ongoing series of Halo Master Chief Collection watch, news came out today from 343 about the promised Halo ODST.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, Halo ODST and what is the name of the map? The Relic multiplayer map. They are finishing up the testing of that. So they're hoping to release next month with the next content update, which has a ton of stuff. I'll throw the link in the chat for all the patch notes. There's so many.
Will the game actually work?
I'm not at liberty to discuss.
Okay. I've already gotten rid of my copy because they just took too long to fix everything.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's 4 video games for $60. So that's a steal.
I mean, I got 0 games because
But-
the online didn't work.
If you're like a baby, you only want to play
Yeah.
online, then.
Yeah, I'm super baby.
Oh,
If I buy a
super
game to play online and the online doesn't work, you've sold me nothing, sir.
Yeah, welcome to video games.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh man.
let's jump into this review because we got 20 minutes and we are long-winded.
I've been pumped for this because...
You're pumped for it?
Yeah, because I like Mortal Kombat, so I want to see how you tear the thing I like down.
Do you please have the techno song to play this whole time?
No, I don't.
What?
I'll sing it. I can sing it. I know it all by heart, including the techno parts.
Real quick.
Mortal Kombat!
Do some quick volume adjusting. Okay. Had to adjust the volume. Okay, so Mortal Kombat X. It came out. When did it come out? Last Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Came out last Tuesday. How did you like it? Let's just give like a little.
Like my overall? We're going backwards?
No, we're not going backwards.
Oh, okay.
Before we jump into story, like.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Okay. I also enjoyed it. Let's jump into story. Story. So the story is that Lord Shinnok, he's run amok. He's got an amulet. He gets trapped in the amulet, and then you got to
hold on real quick. I just want to. Can you preface this with like a quick catch up on how we're back in time? Like just really, really quickly.
Oh, that started in Mortal Kombat 9 because the amulet used time travel and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know, but I'm assuming most people don't. But...
Yeah, because they wanted to show. I can recap that quick because I know.
Oh, yeah, go. Do it to it.
Basically, what they wanted to do was, hey, remind people of the plot lines of 1, 2, and 3, because the plot just got crazy. No one cared after those games, and it got weird. So basically, things went back in time. They used an amulet to go back in time to the first, but then events started changing because Raiden kept seeing like different things happen. So events started changing, and so it's created this weird alternate timeline. So things are now crazy weird.
So based on that, this leads perfectly into my comment. Like Donnie said, they wanted to go back in time and like remind people of how good the first 3 games were and how good those stories were.
Yeah.
Cue Mortal Kombat 10, whose story completely skips ahead of all those games.
Well, they already covered all those in Mortal Kombat 9.
Yeah, they got those covered, CJ.
They were like, well, we did one game and reminded people. Let's move on.
Yeah.
So Shinnok's got an amulet. You trap him in the amulet. Fast forward 20 years. Now Quan Chi's running amok. Everyone's super old now, but we have this brand new cast of children, which is why the show is called Children of Combat, because this whole game is based around, at least story-wise, all the kids of the
it's all these like
Mortal
weird
Kombat
amalgam characters. Like,
what
if we took Liu Kang and Kung Lao?
I don't hate the idea of that.
I don't hate the idea of it, Donnie.
I hate the execution.
I hate the execution, and that's why I'm giving story. I'm gonna put. Do you want me to just put the story?
Yeah. Put them both up.
Okay, story. We both gave it a 6. The story's not bad, but like it wasn't. I wasn't
good.
playing. Yeah, I wasn't playing like, man, I need to know what happens to Shinnok next. I like some of the new characters a lot. Ferrator, I really like a lot. I don't know really a lot of her story because she's a bad guy, so they don't really focus on you playing as Ferrator in the single player. So I don't really know much about Ferrator. Devora, love Devora. I like her story a lot. Don't really know a lot about her origin though. I know how she like started working with Quan Chi, but before that, like I don't know where her tribe is from. She's a bug. Like I want to know more about her.
From Outland.
Yeah.
Outworld. Outland's a different thing.
Yeah, Outworld. Come on, man.
I also don't. This doesn't really go into story, but I'm just gonna say it here because I feel like it.
Okay.
I don't like Johnny Cage in this game. He doesn't look like Johnny Cage at all, and it bothers me every time he's on the screen.
Yeah, I don't like.
Even when they flash back to old John, like the young Johnny Cage, he doesn't look younger. He just
had like a fat face or something. Like I don't know what it was.
Yeah, Johnny Cage looks really dumb.
I need to look this up because I love Johnny Cage. I saw the first Mortal Kombat movies. Why I love Johnny Cage.
It's super weird because not to like spoil a ton of stuff or anything, but in the beginning, in the first chapter of the story, you play as Johnny Cage, and there's a point where he does some crazy like green, like his crazy Johnny Cage green superpower stuff, but he seems very
Shadow Kick.
Yeah, but he seems very confused about it. This is after 3 Mortal Kombats. He like does it and he's like, what?
Yeah, the story is kind of all over the place.
I was so confused.
That universe has been cut and pasted like all over the place.
Oh, it has. That's the only. Whenever things are retold, like I said, they only ever mention the plot of the first 3 games because
Yeah.
no one remembers anything else except the plot of Apocalypse, which was an apocalypse.
and
See, I
it's
like
hard to
Deadly Alliance. I thought Deadly Alliance was like a really interesting story for Mortal Kombat.
Deadly Alliance people, that's when that and Apocalypse is when it picked up because the Deadly Alliance caused the apocalypse.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's why in 9 they talk about the Deadly Alliance, the apocalypse, and the plot of the first 3.
Wait, so what was between 3 and Deadly Alliance?
Mortal Kombat, Shaolin Monks, Mortal Kombat, The
Shaolin
Adventures
Monks
of
doesn't
Sub-Zero.
That one doesn't count either.
Mortal Kombat
Annihilation.
4.
Annihilation, yeah, that
And
was
4.
one.
Yeah, and 4.
4 like wasn't even a story though.
But so we're getting too caught up on story.
Yeah, sorry. I'm so into Mortal Kombat.
The story's all over the place, and when it goes back and forth from like the present to back in time to present to back in time, like it jumps so much in the story that it's really hard to follow, and I wasn't feeling it, so that's why I gave it a 6.
Yeah, nothing in the story really grabbed me. Like it was
Yeah, even
standard.
the ending was just like a kitschy action movie. Like,
Yeah, it was just-
well, I guess we beat Quad Chi.
standard Mortal Kombat fare.
Yeah.
Not that the story is like the sole reason people play these games or anything. So
Yep. Let's get into more of a reason people play these games. Let's go into gameplay. Gameplay, I enjoyed a lot. I feel like a lot of the moves and everything felt more fluid. Like the animations really help in that. I think the animations are really nice looking, and they help a lot with how you do your moves, because I feel like it projects more to you. Like, yes, this is what I just did. I have a big problem with Mortal Kombat because it doesn't have hit confirm. And I'm usually bad at that with any fighter that doesn't have hit confirm, and that's why I kind of stay away from these. But I actually found it less punishing in this one, and easier for me to get used to, if that makes any sense.
yeah, I totally get that.
Could you just, for our audience who might not be fighting game players, just explain what hit confirm is?
So, like, in Mortal Kombat, when you do, like, a combo, you're entering, like, a string of moves, like, really fast. So it's less about, like, if your hit connects. It's more, like, getting the combo string in, and then you can cancel it as it goes down the line.
Yeah.
Like Street Fighter, when you, like, if you, like, jump in and do, like, a low punch, when that hits, then you can do the next move in your combo string. Like, you're not entering them, like, rapid fire. That's kind of like that's a very, very basic sum up of what hit confirm is.
I don't like the way the Mortal Kombat combo system works. I like it more than hit confirm combos because those are just like super hard for me to figure out. But the Mortal Kombat ones, you have to be like super fast, which is
you
like,
do.
It's just it. I want like some nice middle ground of hit confirm and
so you want
planning it all.
You want more Tekken style.
Yeah, probably.
Because Tekken is fast inputs, but it doesn't feel as fast as this one.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat's always been like you have a short time between your next input.
Also, the stances mode, I kind of like the stances, but at the same time, I feel like I don't know, they just seem weird. They just kind of remove or add little bonuses to your character.
Well, they change all your specials pretty much.
Not all of them. Like,
well, you keep like one, I think, throughout all 3 of them.
Yeah. I haven't dug too deep into changing stances with a lot of characters. Like, Ferritor has one that I really like where you just do more damage because you don't use the little sidekick that's, like, on your back. Like, she sits out and she isn't in the fight, so you do more, like, base damage off of that. But other than that, like, I haven't messed around too much with stances just because they just seem weird. I don't think it was super necessary for the game to have it.
I think it adds more to the game, but not I don't think it adds what they were going for.
Yeah. I think they were just like, let's try something new. We need to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw our gameplay scores. I gave gameplay an 8. You gave it a 7. Pretty close, like, to where we were with each other on that.
One of the big problems I had with the gameplay was that the X-rays they're very much just like, boop, done. There's no skill involved in them.
Yeah, no. Well, the skill with the X-rays is using them in a combo. Like, and not just throwing them out, like, just being like...
Yeah.
Oh, okay, X-ray. Like, it's more like comboing into them.
It's more timing them right, yeah.
Yeah. But you could say the same thing for, like, Ultra moves in Street Fighter and stuff like that. Like, you can just throw them out, but where the skill comes in is actually comboing into them. Sound, I didn't have a huge problem with the sound, but nothing really stood out to me. Again, I didn't like Johnny Cage, and I thought he sounded like just a dweeb.
Johnny Cage.
None of like the sounds really stuck out to me. It all sounded like very like just recycled Mortal Kombat tracks. Anything for you, CJ?
I thought a lot of the voice acting was like just really bad, just across the board.
So I'm gonna throw up our sound real quick.
Yeah.
Sound, we both gave it a 7. I gave it a little bit plus points for me because I really like Devora. Devora is like my favorite character in the game right now. And I like her voice actor. Like, she sounds like super bug-like, and I thought her voice actor did a really good job with her. I also like Cassie Cage because she's just like really sassy, and like I like all her little quips.
Sassy Cassie Cage.
Yes, Sassy Cage. But like the music, none of that like really spoke to me, so I just gave it a 7.
See, I thought the music was like better than average. Like, usually I don't notice the music in fighting games at all. I'm way too busy like fighting. But I did like make note of the music. It wasn't fantastic,
Yeah.
but it did like every stage had music that fit it. And more importantly, though, the sounds during the fight, like of the fighters, of the hits, everything had a specific sound associated with it, which I thought was really cool. So all the weapons sound different. Sub-Zero, when he does stuff, it has like that crackle of ice.
Yeah, he always has.
Yeah, Scorpion,
Yeah.
you know, like you can hear the fire being fire. It's like cool little things that like certainly they don't have to do because people aren't really going to be like, oh, like Sub-Zero's ice sword didn't go when it was being formed, but like it's cool to see that attention. So I was gonna give it a 5 because I wasn't like really impressed with it, but I upped it to a 7 just to like I think those little details all together make a game. So
That's why I bumped it up to 7, just because those voice actors stood out to me.
Yeah. The more little things you can get right in a game, the more big things you end up getting right by default. So,
graphic score, let's go to that. I was a little harsher on graphic score just because I put a performance issue into my graphic score, and I felt like graphics were what was causing it, so that's why I just put it there. I thought the graphics were fine. I didn't think they were top notch. I thought some of the character models looked really janky, specifically in the cutscenes. And I'm actually interested because I haven't mentioned this to From CJ yet at all, but I'm actually interested. So when you played the story mode and you went to like a QuickTime event, did your game like drop frames like severely? Because anytime I went to a QuickTime event, I instantly knew it was coming because it felt like the game just went complete chug mode.
I didn't really experience any frame loss, but it felt like the egg. So maybe this is what was, and maybe I was seeing it. I guess it just looked like slower.
Yeah,
like they
it would
slowed it down,
and it was mine.
But
was
it looked intentional. It didn't look like it was dropping frames. It looked like they.
I thought it looked. If that was intentional, then yes, I'm glad I put it in as a negative because it bothered the shit out of me.
It felt like they slowed it down to like match because you had a ton of time. Events.
There was almost no way to fail those.
Yeah, so I feel like they slowed it down, the action, to match the speed of the QuickTime events, if that makes sense.
Yeah, the only way you could fail that is if you just panicked and just punched the controller.
Yeah, which I did the first time because I assumed it was a QuickTime event, not just a time event.
Yeah.
So
it's a take your time event.
Yeah.
Take your time event. Copyrighted Frameloss.
Okay, so the video stopped because I ran out of footage.
Oh,
it's too long. I'm just gonna start it over.
Did you say your score?
No, I'll pop it up right now.
Okay, all right.
I gave it a 7.
I gave it an 8 just because, again, they did a lot of like little stuff that I liked. Overall, the game was really pretty.
I didn't think it looked like a big upgrade from 9. I guess that's where my big problem was.
Yeah, I can see that, but I don't really. We're at the stage where like little upgrades are all that are left. So it didn't look any worse than 9, which is nice. All the stages were very like detailed in the backgrounds. They looked really clean. Not in terms of like not dirty, but like they were very like designed specifically. The background things that you can use, like the background weapons or whatever, were not like clearly pasted on. Like in Injustice, it was like very clear what items were background items. Not so much in this one. And then it's super gory, which is like I'm not always into that. but I will give them credit in the sense that like they animated like every part of the body.
Oh, see, okay, here's another reason my graphics took a score. I think the blood effects that they have in this game are just some of the weakest I've seen in gaming. Like, when you cut someone in half and the blood looks like vanilla pudding, like, it blops out like this, like, white and then, like, bubbles down.
Yeah, but
it
like
looks
that's what
so bad.
But that's like what they're going for.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it turns me off. Like, I don't like it. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't look like blood. It looks like pudding hitting the ground. I want it to be blood.
Yeah, I can see that totally. My only thing is like that's not what like the people that play Mortal Kombat for gore are into like goopy oopy like
it wasn't doing it for me. Some of it just looks so bad. I'm trying to think. Ferrator has a fatality where he just cuts you right in half and like drops you, and when he drops you, it looks like white bugs just like flop out of your body and then just go like bleh, and just be blood. Like it's really awful looking. I forgot. Yeah, that's why I hit it as well.
And the other thing that I will say is that I like a lot of the in the chat, Tao Sam said blood equals particle effects. To piggyback off that, the like effects of the special moves, like Ermac's on the screen now. His like specials and stuff are like gorgeous. The trails that like Sub-Zero leaves are really nice. Scorpion's fire looks like super hot.
Yeah, the fire looks actually really good in this game.
So fire's like fire's so difficult. So I think they did like a better than average job.
Okay. Fun. I'm just gonna throw up our scores and then we'll talk about it.
Yep.
Fun. We both gave it an 8, which I think is interesting.
Yep.
There's a ton to do in this game. The crypt is massive, and you walk around in it now, and it's weird. And enemies fight you in the crypt.
I don't
it's
like it.
Weird. There's tons of towers. There's tons of stuff to do online. The faction wars, I think, is a really cool idea, but it's also broke as shit,
except
and
for
it
the fact
never
that Lin
works.
Kuei's winning.
I mean, I'm on Lin Kuei, so
Everyone's on Lin Kuei. No one is on other ones.
it's also broke as shit. It crashes for me all the time when I'm doing anything faction related.
Yeah.
Specifically faction stuff. So they need to fix that. Other than that, I'm having a blast with the game. I've beat the game with, I think, 10 characters so far on normal towers. I've done a bunch of online stuff. There's a new mode online. It might be a new mode. I didn't really play the other one online that much. Where you do a tower, but you do it against a group of people. So you each fight the single-player tower, but you have a 10-minute time limit to see how far you can get and how many points you can get in that time limit. And then once everyone's completed it, or once the 10-minute runs up, you're judged on like your score. And that was really fun. I crushed that. I had a blast doing that.
I really like the towers as a concept. I think it's a cool way to add like some depth to the game beyond a story mode, and then not just having like, oh, and this is like arcade mode where you just fight 9 random people and the boss.
Yeah.
The biggest reason I docked points is like something that I dock for every fighting game, which is not that they get progressively harder as you go up, because that makes sense and is fine, but the fact that the computer just like starts to cheat pretty much is a big issue I have.
Well, so this game I feel does it better than a lot of them, where
so I guess when I say cheat, I don't mean like explicitly cheat, but I mean like in addition to some like pretty questionable tactics, they'll also spam like specials from the corner that you like just can't avoid.
There is a lot of spam in this. But they do, I feel like they react, like if you're like crushing it in a round, the next round they're going to turn it around and they're just going to be like on point.
Definitely. It's just I like real difficulty. I don't like artificial.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
The reason I don't play a lot of these games online is because of people sitting in the corner spamming specials and stuff. Like I'm not good enough to like know my way around those things, so it's just easier to avoid it. And then when the computer does it, it's like it just feels like cheating. I know it's not cheating, but it feels that way.
One of the reasons I docked it points is I don't like. You mentioned it earlier, and it's something I actually don't like at all. I don't like the environment like attacks. I don't like the stuff in the background. That was a big reason I didn't like the DC fighting game.
Injustice.
Yeah. I don't like those environmental stuff. I don't like the stuff like you can run up and like jump and like go across the screen. And It's just not the type of fighter like for me, like with that stuff in it.
Right.
I'm still having fun with it. Like I didn't dock it too much for it, but I don't like it at all. And I also docked it because. So a lot of the reason like Mortal Kombat's fun is like like the characters and like we grew up with the like we're nostalgic for these characters. Most of the characters are missing and they're all.
I don't
DLC.
care about any of these guys.
Yeah, there's so many characters in here that I don't give a shit about. I'm just like I don't. Yeah, your dad was cool. Where's he?
Yeah, exactly.
Like.
I will say,
and the fact that they rub it, like they kind of rub it in your face, like because you fight Cabal, you fight Smoke, you fight Rain.
Yeah,
like they're all in
Rain's
it.
not playable?
No, Rain's not playable.
I've looked up a list and I thought he was.
They're all in the game. Like you fight them, but you can't play them. They're DLC.
That doesn't make sense.
They're behind paywalls.
correct.
Oh,
And it's
paywalls.
really frustrating, and that's why I docked it. Another point was because like there's ton. Like I want to play Cabal. Cabal's super fun to play.
I want to play Rain.
Cyrax and
Rain's my
Sector
man.
aren't in it. Like there's so
Do they
many.
show up at
That's
all?
a big old disappointment.
No, Cyrax and Sector. Like I think they
they
mention
abandoned them pretty much.
They mention them like in like conversation, but like they're not there.
Robots, man.
One thing I will say real quick before we go to our overall, the addition of brutalities as like
I do
things
like
that you like. You have to meet certain requirements. So, for example, like one of them is like you have to do 30% of your damage has to come from like Sub-Zero's ice sword or something, and then your last hit also has to be his ice sword, and he'll eviscerate him with it basically. Like he'll just go full out with it.
Yeah, it's like a fatality that's just more brutal.
Yeah, brutality.
Yeah.
So it's a cool, but I like that it's not just a different button combo. I like that you actually have to be mindful of doing them.
Yeah, I do like brutalities.
That
a
is
lot.
rad.
So
let's go into overall and wrap up the show. Overall, from both of us, big ol' rent.
Yep.
I
think this game deserves exactly 525,600 minutes of gameplay, because this is a rent title the whole way.
The only reason I give it a rent is because I'm not huge into fighting games that have a block button and also the hit confirm. So this isn't going to be like a game that I'm like sitting down and playing like just trying to get like crazy good at. This isn't my Street Fighter.
Correct.
Yeah.
And like there's a ton you can do in the game. So rent it. If it pulls you in, buy it because you can't beat this game in a rental. Like you can't 100%. Like you're not even gonna come close. There's so much to do. But try it first to see if like this is your cup of tea.
Oh,
you can head on over to gamefly.com for as low as $14.99 a month. You can rent as many games as you want, and then buy them as you have them if that interests you. Yeah.
Dude, that for rent sign though.
It's too dope.
Sick guy.
That's dope.
Too sweet.
I would definitely buy it.
I don't call out my own graphics all the time, but
beep,
I would
beep.
definitely buy it, but the Mortal Kombat series has been my favorite fighting game series. I like the style. I loved 9. I loved Injustice. Street Fighter's always been a little too much for me.
I don't hate Mortal Kombat. It's just not my style.
Yeah. Also, I prefer the Mortal Kombat lore way over Street Fighter because I don't understand Street Fighter.
Street Fighter like doesn't have lore.
It has
100% does. It's just all in the anime.
It's very
exactly.
very cryptic.
It's all in the anime.
It's just all not in the game.
Yeah, it's not in the game, but in the game you get little cryptic cutscenes where you're like, I kind of understand.
Oh man, Donnie, you are so cat right now.
I know.
But because I changed
CJ's been spinning for me for a while, and if he's spinning, that means I'm frozen.
Because I switched the camera layout, I don't have your cat graphic.
That's
like,
fine. We're almost done. We're almost done.
Okay. Guys, that was our show. Be sure to check out my stream tomorrow at 8 p.m. EST. I don't actually know what I'm playing tomorrow.
Yo, Noid, you're gonna beat it. Remember?
Two whole weeks of Axiom Verge.
Well, there's a reason behind that, and I don't want to get into it right now. But yeah, not Axiom Verge tomorrow. CJ Donnie's first. Whoa, you're back! You're not a cat anymore. Holy shit!
Awesome. All right,
We did it.
Cool. Thank you everybody for watching our show. What you can do now, the best thing you can do is go tell your friends, go tell your family, go tell your enemies, go tell your teacher, go tell your coworkers, go tell anyone you know. Just spread the word. Word of mouth does wonders for our show. Tell them you love it, you hate it. Just let people know, let them know they should watch, so we can keep doing this show for you guys.
CJ, would you like to say a few parting words?
Hope you guys like the show tonight. We have a blast doing it. Make sure you hit that little heart sign right down here this way. That way you guys will follow us. You get updates every single time we go live. We do shows Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. We're streaming on the weekends. All kinds of stuff. If you guys liked what you saw, we have a YouTube page over. You can hit. There's a ton of links if you scroll down. We have a YouTube page you guys can follow us on for exclusive like Let's Play videos and stuff someday. Also, you can head on over to our website frameloss.com. Check out articles, reviews, blog posts, that kind of stuff that we write. We have a Twitter that you guys can follow and a Facebook that you guys can follow. We do tons of like game news updates throughout the week. Do little quick hits. We give away content, all kinds of stuff. We do tons of giveaways on the Twitter and Facebook. So
We do.
Definitely follow us there.
Yeah.
And finally, we have a Patreon link down there. If you guys really enjoyed the show, you can head on over there. You can donate some money our way. We'll use it. We'll put it right back into the show. We really love doing this show for you guys, and we want to make it as good as possible. Unfortunately, as good as possible usually means expensive audio equipment and stuff like that, and we just have normal people jobs. So any amount of money we get just goes right back into the show. Every little bit helps. If 1 million people donate $1, then we have $1 million. So you got to think of it like that. Am I right?
Yeah.
I agree. $1 million would be nice.
Before I say my goodbyes, Donnie, I want to try something that's never been attempted before.
Okay.
My God.
We're gonna high five because our cameras are right next to each other.
You and
have
Donnie?
to, yeah, you have to put your hand up and high five. You gotta high five the side.
Yeah, it's mirrored. I'm sorry.
Yeah, give the high five. God. Oh, we can do all three?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all three of us, yeah.
Well, CJ, go. You got to high five.
I'm high-fiving right now.
Go.
That couldn't have failed more.
Well, it's mirrored on me.
That couldn't have gone any worse.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys,
That's what
tune in tomorrow, or I'm going to play something. God damn it. I'm just going to end it.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Good night, good game.